What is going on, everyone out there in our Cats Chat world? We're so glad to be back with you for yet another awesome, wonderful, fabulous, spectacular,
It's a lot of adjectives, man.
Catastrophical, is that, trying to go there.
Why would it be
episode? Because it's cats, catastrophical. You know what? I'm trying too much. I need to back it up a little bit. But we're so happy to be back in front of the cameras again to bring you this next episode, of course, of Cats Chat. Before we get going in, of course, right on cue, Johnny, thank you for chiming in. And I know you're going to share it on Twitter for us or wherever else. We appreciate that. But, Mark, how has your day and week been? Because I'm assuming testing's done.
I think they were just doing makeups. My part that I did was done. I've not tested since like Monday of last week, I don't think. But it's just been – it's been busy because we've had the baseball district tournament and been calling those games, and then just school and home life and trying to work out a little bit, just everything. Just been busy.
Trying to work out a little bit, he says.
How you been?
I'm not even going to lie about it. I am tired, I am worn out, and I am overwhelmed. And I'm trying to share our streams on Facebook real quick on all those platforms and stuff. So I apologize for looking down. But work has kicked my tail this week. And the reason for it is, of course, I'm in transitioning to a new job. I'm going to have to do so many weeks of training in Middlesboro. But this week in Harlan is inventory week. So I've been helping out there instead of actually doing the training. And it is killing me because we're trying to straighten up the store, get things moved where it needs to be, and get ready for inventory. So yeah, and Tractor Supply is a lot more labor than what I was doing. So old man's trying to get back in shape, not by choice. So
a lot of work.
I'm ready for the weekend. But with that being said, guys, of course, we've already got these comments coming in. And, of course, Icon, we are doing well. Thank you for tuning in with us. But, before we jump in to all the information that you're going to be bringing us, Mark, the notes that you have.
I had some free time today.
I want to share my screen real quick. Let's see here. Because I've got some awesome news. And here it goes. 3, 2, 1, boom. Here is our YouTube page, and if you look right here, you guys have helped us reach our goal of 500. We are at 503 subscribers. We appreciate you guys so much. I feel like I should have like confetti going off here.
Yeah, I didn't know if you caught it, but Johnny actually said happy 500 plus subscribers.
Oh, no, I missed that part of it. Thank you so much, Johnny. So, yes. So we're excited about that. Thank you all again. It's been something we're trying to push for as far as content to where we can actually possibly make some monetary on this, if you will. And so let me change that back to the screen here. Now all we have to do is
I was out eating dinner on Sunday, and somebody came up and actually said, "Hey, I caught your show for the first time the other night. Who's that with you?" And I was telling him, it's my little brother. We've been doing this podcast for about 2 years. And he was like, man, he said, y'all did a really good job. I mean, it made me feel good that somebody's actually watching. We appreciate you guys coming on, getting in here and talking with us. You know what? Icon's going to lead us right into this. We getting Momcilovic and Moreno back or what?
I don't know. I do not know. That's all I can really say. Go ahead.
From everything I've been reading, Moreno is a 50-50 for real. Like, it's 50-50. We don't know what's going to happen yet because this is, they've had him projected as a late first round to early second round pick. And they've had him landing anywhere from number 23, which that was the highest one. That one had him going a pick before JQ.
Yes, at 24. I thought that was hilarious.
And then they've had him all the way down at number 43. And since he's hovering right on that edge of first round bubble, his draft stock and his stay or go decision are considered a 50-50. That's the way it's looking, you know? And so here's the difference though. Like if you got a chance of going second round, first round pick to second round pick is a big money difference. Like I never realized how big of a money difference it was until
did you
I
look
really
this up?
dove
Because
into
I was
it.
about to. Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir. I got you info.
Awesome, because I was thinking that too.
Late first round NBA draft picks, they're usually guaranteed around $2.5 to $3 million for their first 2 seasons. Okay. And because all of these first picks, they sign a standardized rookie scale contract is what it's called. And late first selections, like picks 25 to 30, they earn approximately 12 to 15 million over a total of 4 years because they're on a 4-year contract. So now you go to that second round, you got no guaranteed minimum money or contract length automatically tied to your draft position. So, I mean, that's a huge difference. Like if you go 30 or 31, I mean, you go from guaranteed money.
Or you have a 4-year contract.
Yeah. You could drop to the G League where Will Wade would try to pick you up and get you to come to LSU. We'll talk more about that later too, but that's a big difference. So that's some things that Moreno is really going to have to consider. Because, I mean, here's the thing. If you're playing with a 50-50 chance right now, you got a 50% chance it works out well. But you got a chance it doesn't work out well either.
Right.
So, and my thing is, if he does come back and develop for another year, I think him going first round's no doubt. So that's one of the, I mean, he's just going to have to make that decision with his family. But, when I was looking into it, if he came back to Kentucky, he would probably make anywhere from $4 to $5 million just coming back to Kentucky because, he's going to have not only, the guaranteed funds, but in the NCAA, that sharing revenue model they have, but like he's going to have NIL deals. He's going to have donor led collective funds, all this stuff. So I think that they're thinking he can make between 4 and 5 million if he comes back. So that's guaranteed for 1 year.
Right.
So I don't know.
You know what? You've got my brain going with this conversation, Mark. I'm going to go to the NBA draft and see what kind of order there is going on right now. Like a mock draft. Well, not so much mock draft, but because there have been some reports come out of who's actually asked for a workout. He has worked out with the Celtics, the Suns, the Pacers, the Hornets, and the Hawks, at least have reported or at least evaluated him. So I wonder who in those areas have those picks. You said as high as what, 24?
23 was the highest they ever had him. They had him from 23 all the way to 43.
Okay, 23 is the Hawks. So that makes sense. Kind of.
They need a big man to go with Okongwu.
Yeah, and if they were interested in him and, got him there and said, okay, well, we see what's going on here, we're interested. So that could be probably the highest he goes looking through here. Celtics has the 27 overall pick. The Suns, I don't see yet. The Pacers or the Hornets. No, let me go here. So the Pacers or Hornets are out as far as the first round in that area. So it only goes to the first round. Let me go second round here. Second round looks like Boston has a pick at 40 in the second round. The Suns have a pick at 47. And Spurs have 2 almost back-to-back picks. That's crazy. I still don't see the Hornets. So
I think if one of those teams guarantees they're going to pick him for their first pick, he might go with it, but I don't know.
That's what I'm going at. So, I mean, if the Hawks like him and say, hey, we're going to take you at that 23rd spot if you're available, I could see him staying. The Celtics, I think, was another one in that top. If they're interested in him, I'm sorry, if Boston's interested in me, I'm going. Just for the history of who they are.
I don't know. Money talks.
If you're going first round to Boston with, but you're looking at 15, like you said, 15 million area for 4 years. to play with Boston and also have a guaranteed 4-year contract with that.
Now I need you to understand
Jason
that
Tatum
4-year
and
contract,
Brown.
though. You got to understand that 4-year contract, Michael. It's like the last 2 years are usually club options. You know what I mean? Like
the 5th year.
Yeah, you're
the
good
5th
for
year.
year
So there's
one.
4 years guaranteed.
Are you sure?
There's usually a 5th
it says
year
only
option.
first 2 years are 100% fully guaranteed from the information I found.
Oh.
Years 3 and 4 are team options, meaning the franchise decides whether to exercise those seasons.
Okay. I knew the last year is usually a team option, and that's why they're like, if he goes elsewhere, he can't make the max whatever, but if he stays, he gets that max contract with whoever, drafted him and stuff.
Well, the information I found, that's what it said. I mean, I can't promise you that that's true. So, but
I'll tell you what,
I mean, there are exceptions where second-round picks have, got bigger deals, like 4 years, $7.9 million, but it's not, that doesn't happen as often. And it's, here's the thing. If you're guaranteed the first round, I don't blame him a bit for staying in. I'm not going to blame him a bit. But here's the thing. If you've got teams saying, hey, we're probably going to try to pick you up in the second round, I think he'll be a strong candidate just to come back to college. That's just me.
I agree. Although it would be hilarious if he did go ahead of JQ. I'm just going to say it.
That would be funny. Yes, I thought about that as well.
Okay, so I'm on another website, and I'll share it with me here in just a second when I can think of who the Houston Rockets are. These are my buddy from, I want to say Georgia, Andrew. He and his college class buddies made this website, and they do this podcast now. It's called No Trade Clause. We've mentioned it before in years past. Let me see if I can pull up this just so we can kind of talk on this contract stuff. Now, yeah, for real, guys, if y'all ever want to know NBA contracts and stuff, No Trade Clause is the where to go. Here actually is a breakdown of Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant's 18th year. He's got 2 years on the contract. You can tell by the color that it is a player option or it's some type of option. So of what his next year would be. But the reason I wanted to go here is because of Reed, of course. He is on his second year. So he went number 3 overall, and his contract is $10 million this year. Next year, it jumps up to – okay, so there you go, Mark. Look, the year 3 and 4 are the blue, which says team option. Now, The orange over there, I don't really know what that means. Oh, that's their cap that they could make on if they come back. Free agent, unsigned free agent, I guess, cap. And a re-signed free agent cap. Okay, that makes a little more sense now. So going 3rd overall, which Reed had that super high, he's looking at his 5th year making $42 million. That is crazy in 1 year. But, 10, 15 million at the most in 3 years there. Nobody got drafted from Kentucky last year, did they?
Say that again?
Nobody got drafted from Kentucky last year.
Amari
Williams.
I was going to say, I thought Amari Williams did.
I don't know if he got drafted or if he went to the G League or signed with the G League, but he went to Boston. I know that. So let me see if I can get this pulled up anyways and see if he's on here because he would be a rookie contract. Amari Williams. So last year, it was his rookie year, and he did not get drafted. He got signed to them later on, or undrafted free agent, and he made $490,000 last year. I say that because there's only 2 or 3 rounds. I think there's only 2 rounds, so if you don't go, you're looking at that type of money. Hugo Gonzalez, I don't think he went super high, but he's going at 2.7, 2.9, 3, and then 5. So if you're going to the later rounds, that's kind of what you're going to be looking at. So, yeah. If that helps you in any of your information on that stuff, but let me remove that. So, yeah, I think after all that for 14, 15 minutes of conversation, if he's going second round, he's going back to Lexington. If he's going first round, I totally understand it, and you have a great NBA career, sir.
Yep.
Oh,
it's like I said, it's 50-50.
Which is crazy. Let's see here. I don't know. Did we bring on these comments? I apologize if we didn't knock on.
I have
been. Glad that. Okay, Pope signed that person. I can't say names yet.
India.
And there you go. And I hope he comes back. If he does $6 million 2-year deal, I bet he'd come back. I doubt if he comes for a 2-year contract. I get what you're saying there. I hope that it can come in. But if he's already flirting with first round as a freshman, undeveloped, really, that kind of picked it up because he had to and really excelled at it, another year in college, he's gone next year. Let's just be honest. All right. So what other notes do you have, Sir Mark?
Well, what do you want to talk about? I mean, we could talk about everybody bashing Will Wade. We can talk a little bit about TBT.
Okay, I'm glad you want to talk about TBT. How we doing, Paul? Thanks for jumping on here. But you know what I want to talk about first before we get into either one of those? I want to talk about our great sponsorship and partnership with Golden Flame Wings in Lexington. Of course, that's Golden Flame Hot Wings in Lexington, Kentucky, right in front of the mall. I'm sorry, at the mall in front of the movie theater off of Row J Drive. If you go there, please let them know that Cats Chat sent you. The best wings you will ever have. And always order boneless. And also, of course, shout out to WTUK that has us on their Facebook page live with them. We are so thankful for that partnership as well.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys very much. So you want to go with TBT? Is that what you want to talk about?
Let's go with Wade, and we'll bounce back to TBT.
All right. Yeah. So everybody's bashing Wade. You know.
Oh, Paul, have you had them now?
Yeah, they are the best bone-in wings. Like I'm telling you, I can't say enough good things about them. But everybody's bashing Will Wade. But let's just be honest, man. The NCAA right now is kind of like the Wild West. We've said it before. It's just, so many different options are out there, and people are trying to bend those rules and stretch them. I mean, we even saw Kentucky going after one of the kids, Marcio Santos. Well, I say kids. These are grown men. Going after Marcio Santos, that was a Brazilian player, and he ended up going to LSU. So let's talk about some of these recruits that he's brung in recently to make everybody a little on edge. One of them was Saliu Niang. He's Italian. He was drafted 58th overall in the 25 NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's a 22-year-old 6'6" forward from Italy. So we're going to see if he's going to get eligible. This one, he's probably going to have a little more trouble getting eligibility. His name is RJ Lewis Jr. He was the 2025 Big East Player of the Year. He signed with the NBA G League before committing to LSU. He is 23 years old. He currently isn't eligible to play in the NCAA because he signed a 2-way contract with the Jazz, who then traded him to the Celtics in August. He is a 6'7" wing. He got waived by the Celtics in October. And he signed what they call an Exhibit 10 contract with Boston's G League affiliate in Maine. Then he got waived again. So he never actually appeared in a game. But signing these contracts, they don't know if they're going to be able to get him eligible or not. So I'm finding out, like, it's saying all these players are committing, but I don't know that they're going to get them. You know what I mean? And, he makes the comment, Wade is the new Oates. Well, we saw that guy this big center came and played with them for like 5 games, and then they kind of threw it out and said no, he can't. But this guy Yam Mater, he was drafted in 2020 by the Boston Celtics. Now this is the one that blows me away. Drafted in 2020 by the Boston Celtics. He's been a veteran in the Euro League. He's a 6'3" guard from Israel, and he was born in December of 2000, making him he would turn 26 during this season.
That's crazy.
Now, his eligibility is not guaranteed, though, because where he's 25 years old, he's got 6 years of professional experience. He's got to get a special waiver from the NCAA to even be able to do it. And whether he gets an exemption or not, I don't know. They're thinking he could possibly squeak one in because of the mandatory Israeli military service that they have to do. Don't know.
Yes.
So kind of like with, how Colin Chandler went on a 2-year mission trip, in Israel, they have mandatory military. So they think he might get away with it, but they're offering him $5 million, man. Like, where are they finding all this money to offer these guys?
That's crazy, dude.
Got another one. Two more. You got Bryce. I guess his last name's Dessert. He's from France. He's a 6'11", 23-year-old center. Yeah, it's Dessert. I'm sure it's like dessert, but because he's French. And then they signed Marcio Santos, the 6'8" center from Brazil. He's going to be 24 this year. These are all experienced European players that have signed with LSU. And all I can think of is the movie Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers? I thought you was going to go with Blue Chip.
No, when Carlos comes up, they're wanting to see his birth certificate, and it says, I am 12. Do you not remember that? It's in green crayon.
Yes.
Oh, it's pronounced Dassault. So I'm glad he corrected me because it's spelled just like dessert. And everybody loves dessert. So now Kentucky's even looking at a guard right now. I don't know if you heard about this. They're looking for the kid from played for Georgia. His name's Savo Drezic. Have you heard about that?
I have not.
He actually told KSR that Kentucky is involved in his recruitment. He said his agent was in contact with Kentucky. He's a 6'4" guard. He averaged 15.4 points and 4 assists per game with someone from the ABA league during the 25-26 season. And it says he previously played for Georgia. And his decision regarding which university team he will continue his career with will be made in the coming days, is what they're saying. So,
okay. Well, Icon even said, even if we get Moreno and the other guy, which I can't pronounce yet, we're still
Vasilovich.
2 spots. Yes, we're still 2 spots open. You said Georgia?
What'd you say?
Did it just go to?
And I agree with Icon right here. It is getting a little crazy. Like I said, it's kind of like the Wild West. They're going to have to figure out – they're going to have to set a distinct rule that you can't bend or break. They're going to have to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, I will say it has made everything get very, very interesting. I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah, more to talk about, huh?
There's a lot more to keep up with now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
And it's about impossible to keep up with it all. You should have seen the sea of information I was in just looking all this stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
It was just crazy. Like KSR had a lot of information on stuff, a lot of good articles that kind of explain some things and help me understand. But, man, it's just crazy.
Oh, yeah, it really is. I can't keep up with everything. Let's see here. Supreme Court is starting to have common sense again, so maybe they will wake up and stop this stuff and put collegiate stuff back onto educational focused.
Well, maybe, but money talks. Once again, money talks.
Money talks. I mean,
and there's money that goes under the table for officials and that are making rules and
I don't know what
money talks.
I can't find it. It might be in Micah's room. I've got a picture and it's of Rupp Arena, and it's kind of like her background, but then it also has a plaque at the bottom that says there's like 23,000 whatever people that can be in it. So let's say $50 a ticket at 23,000. How much would that be? Is that too much for you to think? Or $50 at 20,000. Let's do that.
I mean, if you had 20,000 and you're doing $50, that's $1 million.
Is that $1 million? It's $1 million. So right there's $1 million for one home game. And those tickets are much more than $50.
And that's more than because you said it was like 53, right?
Yes.
So I mean it's more than $1 million.
Right.
And yeah, he's blue chips, like what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, blue chips. So I mean, if we really, really, really think about it, each home game makes over $1 million in tickets. Just tickets, not to mention the ice cream. Just tickets plus your beer that everyone buys like crazy. That's like $7. A water's $3, not to mention the food and everything. And then the memorabilia that are like $50 each. And you're like, wow, why would someone pay this? So let's see here. There's 20-some games or 30-some games this year. Like, let's see here. We went 38-0. So there's almost 40 games. We'll say half of those 20 games at home. That's $20 million by just selling seat tickets, roughly.
Yeah.
And it's probably more than that. And, of course, Paul comes in and says TV packages as well. So we want him to go with all that. So roughly that $20 million is made that we spent on that, quote, roster last year by just selling seat tickets. So, yeah it's a business. At the end of the day, it's straight up a business. Of course, yes, you have employees. You got to pay security, concession stand people, the blue coats. Actually, they're free. They volunteer. But the announcers, the whole 9 yards on that. So, and of course, Igon said that he paid $1,500 for 2 home Georgia game floor level AA row. Floor level AA double A row.
Well, listen, if you ever need somebody to go with you, just let us know.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pay for my ticket, you know what? If you'll pay for my Mark's ticket, we appreciate that. But no, it's awesome that you got that.
That is.
There you go. That's awesome you got to do that, and I think he took his mom as well. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's even better.
Do all
that's
that.
a good experience.
Yeah. So yeah, the only way I'm going to be that close to the floor is by cleaning it afterwards for a job or something. Maybe one day. Of course, I was pretty close for the SEC women's tournament. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty cool. So who knows? Maybe one day soon. All right. So Wade is going for grown men that may or may not be eligible, which you make a great comment, and I apologize. I'm doing my rabbit trail back to it. Just today's what? Wednesday? I think it was this week. I seen that Jasper Johnson on X signed with Oregon. Yeah. Excuse me. So just because they commit doesn't mean it's actually there yet until they sign. So these grown men that, probably are close to retirement age and, draw on Social Security, they may commit to LSU, but until they sign.
That's the thing. There's some loopholes they're going to have to jump through. And I don't think every one of them are going to get cleared. I just don't. I don't see any way possible. I mean, man, that one dude's going to be 26.
That's crazy.
Like,
I was married.
He's got more professional experience than these kids got high school experience.
Or at least college. We can say that, right?
Well, yeah. Sure, he's got 6 years pro, which some of these college players play 6 years now. So who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Pope, if you need another guy, I only played 1 year of JV college basketball, so I should have some years left to play college. If you want me just to sit on the bench, I appreciate it. They're saying that if Louisville gets Mama Chapala, that
Momcilovic and/or Fogaris may be decommitting. Well, it's something we got to wait and see. Louisville's been in the mix on a lot of people, so they may jump in there. I'm not holding my breath for Momcilovic. I really am not, just because first we got to wait and see what happens with the draft, and then he, just some of his comments here and there, it kind of seems like he wants to win a national championship this year. And I know that's what we want as well, but is he going to see that happening with the team at UK right now? Especially after the way the fans have reacted about everything. Is he going to? You know what I mean? Like, the fans don't even have faith right now.
Well, I will say I was really, I don't know how I'm saying, excited to hear, I don't want to try to say it, happy, let me just say that, to hear some of the next year recruits that Pope is already kind of going after. I heard a quote from somebody that says, people are kind of sleeping on Kentucky. Pope really knows what he's doing, and he's putting together a dynasty there. Most of his players were hurt last year. If they weren't hurt, that team's a championship team. I'm like, okay, so these younger high schooler kids can see more than what us adult UK Big Blue Nation fans can see. So that's really good. So maybe Pope will get that together.
And that is one plus he brings up. Momcilovic did brag on Pope, saying he likes his style of play. And he would be a good fit at UK because he's a big that can shoot outside. He can pass the ball. He's, I think he'd be a good fit.
I do too.
Especially with the pieces we have now, because we've got the big bruisers now. You got Frank the Tank, he's finally on campus. He's a big bruiser, man. You got some shooters in there. You got Wilkins. You still got Cam. You still got Trent. Like, I think this team could be better than what some people are giving it credit to be.
I agree. And I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I hope they watch it because, we are friends with them on X. A lot of people are talking about Cam, having the second year. I'm thinking I'm going with Hawthorne taking that spot.
I'm excited to watch Hawthorne, man.
Like, I think Hawthorne is going to surprise everyone and be our starting small forward this year. Guys, I could be wrong, but if I was a betting man, I would invest in what he's going to be doing, because what we saw at the pro days, like his ceiling is super high. He's very athletic, very tall, lanky, got some long arms, fast enough to guard. I'll say 1 through 4. I don't know how well he would do with 5 just because of his physicality.
Well, he's long
size.
enough too. You know what I mean? Like he has a long wingspan.
Right. If he puts on some muscles, yeah, the way 5s are nowadays, he could guard a 5 some. Now, will he be, an A+ guard on 1 through 5? No. Can he lock up 2 through 4? Yes. 1 and 5, obviously, that would be tough to have anyone like that. So I'm really excited about seeing how he does this year. Let's see here. If we get Milan, he's starting
Milan.
at the 3.
He's talking about Mimsilovic.
Right. Well, I mean, until it happens, I don't think he's happening, guys. I'll just be honest with you. I'm more worried about getting Malachi back, and that's where I'm at. If he does come, then that puts that on pause for sure. Okay, Mark, we've talked about all this stuff. Did I not bring this one up? I don't think I did. We've got some big shooters. Oh, no, we didn't see that one. TBT?
We can talk a little bit about TBT. I'm a little excited hearing the noise. I kind of like the new format they're going to be doing.
I do too. It's very smart.
La Familia versus the Ville. They're going to do a 3-game series, best of 3. First game's going to be at Memorial Coliseum. And then the second game's going to be at Louisville. Now, what they did is I think they tried ticket sales, maybe. Whoever had the most ticket sales right off the rip.
Yeah.
And Kentucky had the most ticket sales. So if there is a game 3, it will be back at Memorial Coliseum. Now, last year, they were able to bring out a 70-61 win against the Ville. That was at Memorial Coliseum. That was the most, I think it said it was TBT's highest, most attended game in the 12-year history was that game. Really? 13,506 people were in Freedom Hall. They call it Freedom Hall. It's Memorial Coliseum now. But, I mean, that's crazy.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
I think I froze for a second.
Okay. You said Freedom Hall. I don't know if you heard that or not, but Freedom Hall, that's Louisville.
Oh, that is at Louisville. That is Louisville. My bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking they played at Memorial, but they played somebody else at Memorial, didn't
they? The year before last, I think they played Memorial. Or no. You're right. I'm sorry. They played at Freedom Hall 2 years ago, but last year they were hoping that it would be in Lexington, and Louisville bounced, I think, second round, then we bounced the third round.
John Hood is the head coach this year.
I think that's pretty cool.
You got Twanny Beckham coming back as the general manager for the team. You got Willie Cauley-Stein, Archie Goodwin, Reed Travis have already said they're going to be playing. I'm anxious to see if Khalil and them come back as well. I mean, it's fun, man. This is fun. I like this. We need to try to get media passes and go watch this thing because I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Already sent the email, sir. I was actually checking it since you were talking about it. I have not got the response, but we'll see how it goes. And, of course, Kentucky will surprise a lot of people this year. Cannot wait to see jaws drop from what Polk puts together. Okay, you talking about Kentucky. You talking about TBT, but yes. Yeah. And what I'm really TBT is seeing Khalil Whitney back again. Like, he had an absolute monster game the last game that we lost. But, of course, we were able to interview him at the Fan Fest this year, and so hopefully we might be able to get him back on here to talk about that. Yeah, good to see him in the Kentucky uniform and the fans buying into who he is again. So it's awesome. I haven't heard too much. Of course, the games aren't until July, so they're 2 months away. I'm pretty sure July. So, but yeah, like you said, they've changed the format. It's not straight to it, and it's also $2 million. In the past, I think it's only been $1 million. So they up the ante on what they're going to pay out for the person who wins or the team that wins the tournament. They're doing 2 different brackets. Alumni bracket and non-alumni bracket. So it's smart that they're doing this because basically you're going to get all these rivalry games like this. And the way they're doing it with best of 3 series, it's pretty smart. It's pretty smart.
I like that. I like that idea of a best of 3 series. I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Just for the fact, 1, it's going to make money, sell tickets. And 2, we get to see them play more. That's for us, but at the same time, we're glad we get them another game. Like, automatically, we know we're getting 2 games with TBT if they were to lose first round. But I'm just saying, like, we are automatically getting 2 games. And I hope a lot more. So let's see here. Johnny's got a big post on Facebook. Some people on my AKA Twitter feed saying that Kentucky men's basketball needs to play some home games at Memorial Coliseum and some other home
Michael
games.
said that for a long time.
Yes, but it will never happen just for the fact that Rupp Arena holds over 20-some thousand seats, and that's $1 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And a lot of people aren't even talking about our girls' team's going to be good this year. Again.
Yes, and we've got stuff in the works with them, of course, as well. Actually been talking. Kami is the one that gave me the email to reach out to for the TBT. So, of course, excited for this upcoming year. I mean, I hate that we lost a lot of our girls that we had back, even on the show. Caitlin Carroll, who's went Northwestern, I think it is. Can't remember exactly. And then Blue to Washington. So we've lost some of our feed-in players. Lexi Blue, I think, would have been a junior. Caitlin was going to be a sophomore. But we've got a lot of girls coming in. Starting girls from some teams, 6th, 7th person off the bench. So he's put together a good team. Let's see here. Icon says the girls last year shouldn't have lost a few games. Injury bug, going to miss Amelia. That was me and Court's girl. I can't read. Yes. Of course, sad news for her too. She did get drafted in the WNBA, but she's been cut, waived. Let me say it that way, but waived. But right now, I think the only girl that we have that was drafted that stayed in the WNBA is Tiani Key. She's playing for Toronto. So shout out to her, and hopefully she has a good career in the WNBA. All right, Mark, we're at 36 minutes. Hang on. Before we switch, Paul says, do you believe TBT is in Lexington for the game 1 on 7/18? Oh, okay, so that's the date.
Yeah.
I think so.
Pretty sure that's game 1.
If we sold the most tickets, you'd think we get first game and third game would be like 1-1, and if you need the other one. But
he's saying the first game. He's saying game 1 is on July 18th.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
He just wrote it to 7/18. That's
7/18. No, I got that. Game 1. Are they? I didn't know if he meant if it's in Louisville or Lexington.
He's saying I do believe it's in Lexington at Memorial. That's what he's saying. Yeah, game 1 is in Lexington at Memorial.
You know what?
Game 2 is in Louisville.
I don't like you correcting me, man. I don't like that at all.
Well, I was just trying to help you out because when I first read that, I thought it said 17/18, and I was trying to figure out what it said.
Oh, no, I knew game 1. I just didn't know if he was
I'm old and can't see.
I gotcha. All right, what else we want to talk about?
I do want to talk a little bit about the recruits that Pope has been going after. Like, they've been working hard on some of these recruits, man. Nothing to be sorry about, man. We can't read anyway. Kentucky put in an offer to the number 1 recruit, CJ Ross. I'm pretty sure it's who they went fishing with, was it not?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that's who they went fishing with. He's the 6'9" power forward out of North Carolina. And now he's no longer number 1. Did you know that?
Well, I was thinking when we went to see him, he was number 3.
Well, he was number 1, but he has been bumped to number 2, but that's because Aiden Diggs, who was the number 1 recruit in 2028, he got offered by Kentucky, but he reclassified to 2027. So he's now the number 1 recruit.
I got you.
And he's one of those players that he wants to model his game after, like Devin Booker, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So, I mean, those are both Kentucky players.
Yeah, so that means he's going to Arkansas.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too. I was like, I don't know if I like that. They've been talking to a guard, King Gibson, out of North Carolina as well. He was ranked nationally 2nd, but I guess now he's 3rd. He's
right.
He's from Burlington, North Carolina. We know where that is. We drove through that going to the beach every time. And it said he announced that he had been in contact with the Wildcats for a year. And then Mark Pope finally pulled the trigger on a scholarship. and offered him a scholarship. And it said, as for the program as a whole, he believes in Pope and the staff to turn things around after a disappointing season. More importantly, he believes in the program's future, one that could include the nation's number 2 overall recruit, Gibson. So, and this is from an article on KSR, and he said they see me as a point guard, a player with the ball in my hands that makes the right decision, but can play off the ball as well. It's a historic program. A lot of guards have came out of there. Even with the new staff, they didn't have a great year this year, but it's a great staff coming in. You know, the players they've developed, it's great. I mean, that's some good praise coming from a recruit. Now, a recruit's also, you know, if you've been offered a scholarship, they're not going to pop up and go, no, these guys suck. You know what I mean? They're offered a scholarship. They're not going to pop up and say that. They're going to say good things. But another guy to keep your eye on is Marcus Spears Jr. He's a 6'8", 170-pound small forward from Texas.
Who's his dad?
Recently, I can't remember.
It's Marcus Spears. He's the junior. Come on, man. He plays for Dallas Cowboys.
I wasn't even thinking about that, man. But he said he recently had visits from Kentucky, LSU, and Texas. And it really shocked me that LSU visited him because I thought they only went overseas. But anyway, and I liked what he said. He said, I mean, it's Kentucky. He said, ultimately, you know what you're getting. As I said, you have to go for the basketball. He said, the crowd is good at any place. I don't think I'm going to go to a place where there are only 2,000 people in the arena. I'm not too worried about the crowd. I'm worried about what's being put out on the floor, what's being put out behind the scenes and stuff like that. It's just about the stuff I'm going to work on to get better at. So he ain't worried about all the other stuff.
I didn't hear a thing you just said. You went and then kept on talking, and I didn't hear a thing. I was like, oh, did I freeze? You freeze?
Did everyone else hear me or no? I don't know, because I do freeze up some from time to time because my son is home playing on his computer all the time.
I gotcha. His father played
his dad did play. I didn't even think about that. That would be the LSU connection.
Yeah.
So. Okay, Icon said he heard me fine, so apparently it went through. I don't know. Now,
sounds good.
Another recruit, DeMarcus Henry. I don't know if you've heard of DeMarcus Henry. He actually has a famous father as well, Chris Henry. I don't know if you remember Chris Henry. Played a little foosball as well, Mike.
Okay.
I don't remember where he played. This is a 6'7" wing out of Santa Ana. Henry is.
6'7", 190 pounds. He's from Arizona, Chandler, Arizona. I got it pulled up on the screen here.
Well, I said he was from Santa Ana, California, on what I read. Maybe that's just where he's
he plays for Compass Prep, which is Arizona.
All right.
Let me say that.
He said Kentucky was a great program, a great environment, and it's a blue blood school, so it's a great opportunity. I like their playing style, how they play. Mark Pope is a great coach. So giving Pope some praise there, talking about, coming to a blue blood. So Jared's over here, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now, they've also extended an offer to a 3-star center, Louis Uvo. And I got tickled at his statement. He said, Kentucky's a good college. I thought about going there because they're good. I don't know all about them, but I do know some things. That was his quote, man. It kind of got me.
Gotcha.
Trying to think of this. One that's intrigued me a little bit. Everybody knows Con Knipple from last year. Played for Duke. Went to Charlotte's. Had a good first year at Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. Probably went in Rookie of the Year if he didn't.
I was saying he's going to go to Duke. He's saying he's not 100% Duke. He's saying he's still going to try to make his own path. And he said, I'm going to see other schools when they have interest in me. And right now, he's a 4-star, 220-pound wing, 6'10". He averaged about 15.8 points per game in the Nike EYBL Session 2 over in Memphis. Had great numbers, 58, 45, and 83. That was his percentages. That's pretty good percentages across the board.
I don't see him on this list.
Well, that's the thing. No offer has been exactly given, but there's a connection there with Tyler Hero because his son, Chris Hero, his son went there, so they're kind of reaching out. You know what I mean? He said Cody Fueger, Coach Cody. He said he's actually
Mhm.
from Wisconsin, so he's asked me simple questions and stuff. So they've talked a little bit. So I don't think an offer's been extended, but I did find it interesting that they are kind of testing the waters there,
Mhm.
and just seeing what all that's about. Yeah, Ryan Hampton's another kid from Texas, 6'6" shooting guard, 175 pounds. He's ranked 8th nationally, and he's the #1 ranked shooting guard. We've got an offer to him. Like if I go down this list, these are just some I had quotes from. You got another kid named Reese Alston. He's the #4 recruit. He's from Houston, Texas. He's a 6'2" point guard. He's ranked 1st at his position. Paul
Now,
Asurl. Do what?
I was going to say 24/7 Sports has Ryan Hampton actually ranked 6th. You said 8 nationally, but who you're at now? Reese,
They have him. Reese. They have him ranked 4th nationally. Ryan Hampton is ranked 8th nationally.
Okay, well, 24/7 Sports has Reese Alston ranked 8th, so they have those two basically flipped almost.
Oh, I don't know, and it changes all the time too.
Well, yeah, and there's different websites. You don't want it to be the same. Otherwise, what's the point of having it?
He went to Glendale, Arizona. He's a 6'9" power forward. He's ranked 5th nationally on here, 3rd at his position. Beckham Black has an offer. He's a 6'3" point guard from Texas. He's the #2 position rank. You got Nasir Anderson from Georgia, a 6'3" point guard. He's ranked 7th nationally, 3rd in his class. Let's see here. DeMarcus Henry. We talked about him. Ryan Hampton, we talked about him. Jordan Page, a 6'5" shooting guard from Raleigh, North Carolina. He's #11 nationally, 2nd at his position. You got Dawson Battle from Texas, 6'8", 190 pound, small forward. He's ranked 14th nationally, 4th at his position. You got Chase Lumpkin from Georgia, shooting guard, 6'4" shooting guard. He's ranked 9th at his position, 44th nationally. And then you got Caleb Origu from Overtime Elite.
You're doing a great job.
He's a 6'10", 215 pound center. He's ranked 62nd nationally and 8th at his position. So the offers Kentucky has thrown out there. So I find that, and I mean, he's already reaching out to a 7'1" center, Jan Kamagati, for 2028. So they've already reached out to him as well.
Okay. Look at you pronouncing these names.
So, I mean, Pope is doing work. Pope is out there recruiting. People they've given him a hard time because, this year we didn't really land a lot of freshmen. They talked about all the recruits coming in. And so I thought that was cool just seeing some of these quotes from these kids. I mean, they know who Kentucky is. They know the history of Kentucky basketball. And it's going to take some of them saying, let's go in here and let's get this going.
Absolutely. And, I'm happy to see that Pope is not only pushing for next year, but he's also thinking 2 years out with this.
Yep.
It gives him a head start. A lot of people says he can't do all this stuff, but, if you're showing, hey, I'm already coming at you, I want to get you early. We see what you're made of. This is what we're doing this year. Next year, we plan to be here, and kind of set that up as your presentation. I think it's very smart of him.
I didn't hear words you just said, brother. I didn't hear words you just said. You froze on me. No, you actually froze. No, I know you weren't, but you actually froze. I didn't hear anything you said.
I was saying that I kind of think that the presentation he's probably setting up is like, this is this year we're going for these guys and we're setting everything up on that. And then next year when you guys are going to be freshmen, we're looking to take that next level and jump over that. Let's see here. Says that he is not reclassifying. There's so many conversations going on. Nobody knows what really is true when they say all these. I mean, everybody wants to speculate whatever they want and release it on any type of social media, so they look like they're the breaking news and the smart people. But that's why I just wait until they've actually signed that paper.
You never know. You can look at 5 different sources and get 5 different outcomes. So he said he did announce it today that he wasn't reclassifying. So that's good.
Then I bet you he's not reclassifying.
Well, if he announced it, I would hope not.
Yeah. So, but still, like, let's take worst case scenario. Malachi doesn't come. to Kentucky or come back. He stays in the NBA. I'm about to say the NFL. The other guy, who I can't pronounce his name,
Momcilovic?
Yes. We don't get him either. So we have 4 spots open on our team, 4 roster spots. Who and how is he going to get those filled?
I don't know.
Is he going to go overseas with it and be like, hey, listen, I've got this spot. I want you to come play for Kentucky. Come to USA and test the waters this way to see how you can do. You're killing it in we have 2 spots right now. I'm saying if Malachi doesn't come back, I think we have more spots than just those 2 guys coming. I could be wrong, but Icon even said earlier that we've got 2 more spots even if both of those guys come. Tell me if I'm wrong, though. But, yeah, so if we don't get either one of those. He's after
Pope
Graves.
is after Graves, too. I even mentioned there's another kid, Caden Daughtry. He got an offer from Kentucky, and he wasn't on that list yet. He's a 4-star point guard out of Florida, so he wasn't on the official list that I had yet.
I got you. So, yeah, I mean, there's always going to be something going on in the going on back scenes that we don't know about, and we just have to wait until we see how it goes. But, yeah, Mark, we're at 51 minutes. We've talked Pope, we've talked TBT, we've talked Malachi, possible NBA. Do you have anything else?
The only other thing I was looking at was the Kentucky football 2027 recruiting class. If you guys have not checked that out, go give it a look. I mean, it's kind of impressive so far what's already happened, and there's still a lot of recruiting to go. But I mean, he's already got, I think it's 5 4-stars that have committed, and you got some very high 3-stars that have committed too. Like Stein's cooking, so.
I didn't really hear what you were saying. It was breaking up. But
I was just saying we have 5 4-stars.
We mentioned him earlier, that guy. And yes.
Dresden.
Lewis, who is a 4-star commit that we already got. He just shared this yesterday, and I missed it. But we've got another 4-star cornerback, Miles Brown, that committed Kentucky. He's 6 foot, 185 cornerback from Martin, Tennessee. Chose Kentucky over Tennessee and Ole Miss and even Louisville. So,
I kind of wonder about that too. Do you think we could sign somebody maybe to redshirt like last year? I don't know if we're going to have that luxury this year, just because. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
But who would we redshirt? It'd have to be because. Well, as I was looking at, let me go back to it.
I mean, you never know. They could. The other Hawthorne brother could redshirt 1 year. You don't know what's going to happen, and depending on who we land, I could see even Williams maybe redshirting 1 year. I mean, I don't know.
Who, Cam?
No, the other Williams kid, Mo's son.
Oh, Mo, I got you. That's like Cam Williams.
And they're saying they're still in the mix for Crawford to maybe come work at UK.
Yes, I think that's definitely because we do have a coaching spot that's still open.
And that would be amazing because his son is an amazing basketball player.
Mm-hmm. And he's announcing, I'm trying to think of the date. I can't remember. I want to say June 18th was it. But apparently he has until, I'm making these dates up. I can't tell you if they're completely true or not, but he has like till June 20th to say yes to Kentucky. And he stops the NBA commentary and whatever, like on June 18th. So there's a little bit of a gap there that maybe that's what he's waiting to see how this goes. Let me do all this now. Okay, yeah, we're for real. I want to be on that staff.
Oh, he was saying no more red shirt and walk-ons is what he was saying. He doesn't want the red shirts and the walk-ons maybe. So.
Oh, gotcha. For the start of next year, gotcha. Okay. Let's see here. Icon says, yeah, he's one kid who reached out and grabbed the T hat and then sit down. Oh, and grab the UK hat. It was great. I missed that one. I may have to go back and look at that. For the fact that guy, what I say his name was, Miles Brown, to say, quote, "Blue always been my color. Tell Big Blue Nation I'm coming home." And he's in Tennessee. That is great. So, yeah, I mean, Steins is cooking. I've got to keep bugging slacks to see if we can get him to come on here, because that would be amazing just to listen to him talk about the swag that he's really brought back to Kentucky. Not that we were fans of Stoops, it's just it wasn't this highlight, a bunch of good reels going on and all this stuff. It's, hey, I'm going to pound the offensive line and actually just run right behind them and try to score touchdowns that way and play great defense. Steins is going to be a gunslinger left and right. We've got these wide receivers. And, of course, we had Baxter on the show with us saying that, the running backs in his system are also big catching backs too. So it's going to be passed around to 6, 7, 8 guys each game, and it's going to be fun. I don't want to keep going back, even though we all do it. I think it's crazy. We keep saying, the Hal Mummy era. We weren't really the greatest then, but everyone loved it because it was offensive weapons. So if you want Kentucky fans to like you, have a good offense. That was also me trolled the Tennessee fans. So listen, guys, we're at the 55-minute mark. We try to keep this under an hour just for the fact that we are on WTUK, just to be respectful with their time slot that they've given us. So with this part here, we'll go ahead and start wrapping this up. And Mark, where can everyone find you at?
You can find me at DJ Mark Lawson on X and Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook at Mark Lawson.
And, of course, give a quick shout-out again to our sponsor that's scrolling down at the bottom. Thank you to our sponsor, Golden Flame Hot Wings in Lexington, right off the Roe J Drive, right in front of the movies in Fayette Mall there. So please give them a shout-out or go and taste their wings and give us the shout-out. Who knows, they may give you a discount. Excuse me, I'm trying to pull up here.
Icon's saying we got to have more videos. He said if we want to compete, we got to have more videos. I think he's talking about on YouTube.
Oh, he wants us to come out he wants us to do almost like a daily show. Icon, I've got 3 kids. I'm running all over the place. I can't do any more shows, but we can do shorts. We need to go back to doing some of our shorts again. But, of course, subscribe. Oh, that's the wrong one that I hit there. Let me do this one instead. Boom. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell on YouTube. We appreciate all that. And, of course, as we said earlier, we met our goal of over 500. We're at 503 now. So thank you guys on that one again. And, guys, you can find me, MDLawson00, on all social media platforms. But, again, go to this YouTube right here link and hit that subscribe. Let's see here. Me and Mark had to hang out. Wait, what's this, Mark? Me and Mark had to hang out. All 3 of us did. Mike would blush. Man, Mark, we get along well. Yes, Icon. He's not lying there. But, guys, we said a lot of facts. Some may not even be true. Some may even be made up. We don't really care. We just have a good show here where we talk as fans. We're not these KSRs. We're not the CL Blue. We are Kentucky fans that want to talk Kentucky sports with you guys as well. But out of everything that we said, these last 3 things are the most important things that I can tell you, and these are factual. If you want to have a good life, if you want to have a better life, live by these 3 simple rules. Number 1, love God. Number 2, love others. And number 3, love UK sports.
God bless.